Okay everyone, back with another video in your WordPress training, how to create websites and profit training course. So one video that I wanted to do here for you as well is about posts. So posts, if you're doing, say, if you're going to have more of a blog setup where you're going to be posting, regularly to it, instead of having pages, you may want to set it up more like a blog and have posts. So, I mean, that's easy enough to do. You would come in here to posts. You would go to add new. And wait for this to load. You would come in, you would add your title, and you would start typing your post, and or add your images, etc. Okay? Now, that's easy enough to do. You can make sure that when you do build posts or when you do build pages that you either check or uncheck these boxes for allowing comments. My recommendation is to uncheck them, to not allow comments on your pages or posts unless you have a like a good spam plugin. Like you might be able to find a good free one, but you may have to pay for a good spam plugin, and it'll help prevent a lot of spam comments and people who are just trying to spam your blog with posts that make no sense, or they're just trying to send out generic comments to thousands of blogs across the internet in hopes that they're going to get approved and they're going to get a backlink from your website. Okay, so personally, I would keep comments off until you have a good spam plugin in place. Okay, so you might have to do your research on that. That's not really what this video is about. But what I wanted to talk about in here is that you can use a page builder. This is the page builder that I have installed right now under plugins. It's a really good page builder called Elementor. And I do talk about that in a different video. If you haven't seen that video yet, you can look for that video in this training and go over it. I also do a demonstration showing how simple it can be to build a page or a post with Elementor. So in that particular instance, I'm building a page, but you can do the same thing with posts. Okay, so it's the same rules and the same process applies. Other than that, once you have your post set and you wanted to, let's say you wanted to publish it, you would come up, you would publish it, or you would preview it first, make sure it looked the way you wanted it to. You would publish it. Any categories that you have would be here, would be listed here. Okay, so you can add a new category here. So in other words, if you're doing a blog, and maybe your blog is, I don't know, let's say it's an entertainment type website. So let's say maybe one category is news, and let's say another category is gossip, Hollywood gossip or entertainment gossip, and then let's say another category is thoughts on movies. Each one of those could be a category. Okay, so when you want to come in and do a quick little blog post or a blog post that applies to one of those categories, then once you're done your blog post, you would select it and you would select a category for that particular blog post to be applied to. So you'd want that blog post to fall under a particular category. Okay, so you can add categories by clicking here, or you can go over here under posts. This is the WordPress admin area. So you could go under posts, go down to categories, and you could add it there. So if you hit categories, so we have no categories. This is uncategorized, okay? So you could actually change that and make it into a category. But here's how you would do it. So let's say we had one we would say news, right? And then when they're asking for a slug, that's just how that's the URL friendly version of the name. Okay, so whatever your category name is, you would want to use the main keywords as your slug. So for this, it's simple. Actually, let's say we called it movie news. Okay. Then in here you would put movie dash news. Okay. So this is how it's going to appear when it comes up in the URL with your website. Again, don't pay any attention to this up here. This is just a website domain name that I'm using to show you and demonstrate how to set up your websites. Okay, so just don't pay attention to that name there. But this is how your URL would come up. This is how the category URL would display. So it would display as your website name / movie news, like that. Okay? And that's important because, again, it gives you the option to put a couple keywords in there to make sure that your keywords are in there. You don't want to put a bunch of unnecessary words in there like of and the and that type of stuff. You want to get the main keywords in there in your URL. Okay? You can do a description if you want to. You just do a brief description. You don't have to. Like it tells you right here, it's not prominent by default, but some WordPress themes may show it. It's not important. I never use it. But anyways, you would go add new category. Parent category would just mean if this was a category that you had created, but there was a parent category that was above it. So in other words, let's say you had, I'm just thinking here, let's say you had worldwide movies or something to that effect, or yeah, something like that, and you had that as your parent category, then movie news could fall under it. Okay, that's all a parent category is. It's a category that's above this one, and you want this particular category to fall under it, to be part of it, but under it. So anyways, you would say add new category, and there you go. Let's say you wanted to add another one, and you called it, I don't know, celebrity gossip. Okay, so same thing. You would go celebrity gossip. You could put a little write-up in here. If you wanted to have a parent category, again, you would click it. See, now movie news is showing there. So I could make movie news the parent category, and then I could have celebrity gossip as a child category underneath that. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. So now I go add new category. So there you see it, and you just keep doing that for as many categories as you need. Okay, it's that simple. So then when you go back to your posts, so you go add new post, you would write your post title, you would write your post content by adding the blocks as we discussed in the other video, adding your images or whatever to make your post. And then you can see categories are listed over here now. So you got celebrity gossip, you got movie news, or whatever your particular categories are for your website. If you're doing a blog style website, I don't do blog style websites, but some of you out there may want to set it up that way. So then, like I said, you would have those categories created, and they would all appear over here. So once you wrote your post, you put your title in here. So you'd have your title in here for whatever your blog post was going to be about. Then you would come over here and you would put it under the specific category you wanted it to. So you would say, okay, good, celebrity gossip, I want it to be there. Okay. And if you wanted your blog post to stay on the main page, then you would select stick to the front page. You don't have to do that though, that's not important. But anyways, that was the category there. So this is the category that your blog post would go under. Celebrity gossip. You could uncheck allow comments or pingbacks and trackbacks is just a way that it sends out to notify other blogs online, things online, that there's been new content added to your blog. And it's just a way of kind of giving you a little bit extra exposure. So you would basically have your blog post written, and once you were done with it and everything was looking the way you wanted to, you would just come up and you would hit publish, or you would preview it first to make sure it looked the way you wanted. Then you would hit publish, and it would go live, and it would be grouped under that category. Okay, you could do another blog post on a different topic or whatever, and you might want to put it under a different category. So that's basically how you build your blog. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a quick overview on that so that you kind of understood that. Again, you can look over in this right-hand column when you're building pages or posts and look through these particular options, and you can select them or try them out. Even templates, Elementor Canvas, because I have the Elementor plugin, which is a page builder installed, so that's a specific style of template, and then this is a specific style of template, or you can just leave it at default. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video. I just thought I'd do a quick video related to that. Tags, you can add tags. You can add tags if you want for your particular post. So for here, for example, you could go in and put a tag, which is basically maybe a keyword or something related to your blog post that people can search to find a particular blog post about that particular topic. So with something like this, celebrity gossip, maybe you put the name of an actor in here, or a celebrity of some sort. You know what I mean? You put a tag in there, or a couple tags in there to kind of relate to your blog post. And that's another way that people can find your blog posts. Okay? So that's all I wanted to say for this video, and we'll see you in the next video.